If 1v1 didn't clip it, then it ain't clipped right.
Crazy.
Bro, my shoulder still hurts. Bro.
Damn, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. Keep your hand out the cookie jar.
Yeah. So, yeah, we wanted to hop on here real quick because we were going to post at 5, but we had to make a quick little adjustment for the upload schedule. Going out at 6, so in the meantime, we're going to talk a little bit about how Season 7 went, as well as this matchup between Kel and Devontae. So real quick, can one of you talk about the history that you guys have since the first time that you guys played against each other?
Take the floor, Frigga.
What?
Take the floor, man.
I mean, okay, so I was doing like a little bit of a tour, and Kel was hitting me up on IG about coming out to his hometown, and went out there. We were supposed to play 1v1 in front of his whole city, and he had a sprained ankle, so we couldn't do it. And then the next time I went out there, we went out again maybe 8 months later, and we didn't end up doing it. But we always talked about it, and it was always just back and forth. I know there's a little bit more history, but we've always kind of just been talking shit about it. And a lot of the internets wanted to see it, and I think we purposely pushed it off for the right moment. But in the beginning of today's video, I'm pretty sure Scotty mentioned something about it just makes sense, or how perfect it is that we're doing it on the next chapter. But a lot of history behind the 1v1, and easily, I got to see some of it today, easily one of the craziest runs.
Yeah, so we say it every single time, and this is a good problem to have. We continually say that's the best 1v1 we've seen, or the best 2v2, 3v3, but I do feel it's absolutely insane that we keep seeing these videos rapidly get better and better and better, and I think it's because we're building an expectation of the competition. When you step out there for a next chapter video, you got to give it your all and go as hard as you can. And this is one of those videos that's like the best 1v1 it's a top 5 for sure. And I don't want to say 1 because I don't want people to be like, man, you say that about every single video.
It's because of the history. And it's crazy because I never really got to talk about this, but when I first started doing my YouTube, I started out, you know what I mean, that like everybody else did, local guy, nobody even believed in it or whatever. And it was like, Frigga was one of the people that the first people that came out to Lancaster, you know what I mean, to even give me a shot. Like he didn't have to come out here, you know what I mean? And it was like he said, it just kept building up. He came out once, came out another time, then we finally got to play in the 5-on-5. And then it's now we're all on the same, you know what I mean, on next chapter together. It's just surreal for me, you know what I mean, just to even be in the predicament to play in the 1-on-1. So I feel like that brought the energy for me because I've been waiting for this for 3 years. And it's I finally, you know what I mean, got the opportunity to play against Frigga. So I knew I had to give it everything I had, you know what I mean? And so.
Did you feel, going into Season 7, right, we knew we were going to play this game. Day 1, we did a bunch of 1v1s. Day 2, we finished out some 1v1s and some 2-on-2s and a 3-on-3. Going into that final day, was there some nerves going into that game? Did it feel as important as it really is about to be on YouTube?
Duh. What? So you know what I mean? I'm about to play Devontae. I'm about to play Devontae Frigga, bro. I knew
going into an environment like you've gone into some 1v1 environments where you're completely outside of your town. You're kind of out there by yourself. Is it that same kind of vibe of being nervous, or does it just feel like?
So it's different because I've went to different places. You know what I mean? Played in you know what I mean, hard environments. You know what I mean? And it's going there and not knowing who you're playing, and you know what I mean, going in there, yeah, you're nervous, whatever. But I feel like me and Frigga built a relationship, so it's just different now. You know what I mean? We're so cool, but it's I still know the importance of it, and I still look at him as, you know what I mean, that guy that was giving me my first. You know, he was the reason why I started YouTube. So you know what I mean, being in that situation to play him 1-on-1, and being as close as we are, it's just different now. It's because it's I'm not being that dog mentality where it's fuck Frigga, I don't even know this guy, you know what I mean, I'm about to just go play him.
Again,
this is you know what I mean, this is my boy, you know what I mean, but it's still it's just I think it's worse. I think it's worse with the nerves. I feel because it's when I don't know somebody, or if I'm playing somebody for the first time that I don't know or don't care about, it's just I don't care about them, you know what I mean, it's fuck them, you know what I mean, whatever happens, but you know what I mean? Me versus Frigga, like I said, bro, like we're cool now, so it was a different feeling for sure.
Yeah. So season 7, Devontae, you got any words for that? I'd like to talk
I
about.
mean, like, Kel told me the history of like starting the channel and everything, leading up to this 1v1. So definitely going into the 1v1, I felt like every time I play against somebody that has either watched me in the past or like has really wanted this game, they always play their best, you know? And so for me, I'm like, I know I'm coming into this game like I'm about to dominate for sure. And I know how I played in the game, and like I'm just excited for people to see it because
Yeah, it was
crazy,
definitely
crazy,
crazy.
crazy.
I also like the vibe that came from both sides. Like you guys were the captains of each of your teams, so your team stood behind you guys with some crazy energy. So it was
I
dope.
mean, it was talked about the whole season, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like leading up to everything. The whole season was Team Kel versus Team Frigga, and it's like at the end of all this, Team Kel's gonna play Frigga for $1,000. It's just like everything leading up to it just made it so much more suspenseful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that last game with Castro and Will going at it. So
Boy.
Kel, a lot of people think that they got some like real beef, and I saw Will posted about it on his story about how it's not like it's just competitive stuff. But they had a history one time, right? Then they like go out in LA. So do you want to tell the
Yes.
fans a little bit about that?
All right, so when I first started MJM, you know what I mean? Like everybody is locally, like I feel like everybody that starts their YouTube, they always stay local to where they're at. So me and my partner, we ended up having a decision. We were like, yo, we got to get out of here. Let's go to the West Coast and just go to Venice Beach and just try to just like pop up on people and, you know what I mean, do something big. So we got in contact with a couple people that Will knew. We still didn't know Will at this time. But so we were doing a takeover against this other YouTuber out in LA, and Will happened to be on that guy's team. And we played and we swept them, but Will was just killing Castro the whole time. You know what I mean? He was killing Castro. Castro was getting his buckets too, but it was just like Will was the only one on this team that was really doing anything, and it just happened to be Castro guarding him. So that was like the backstory of that's what started us and Will with Castro. And after that trip, we got super close. Like you said about everybody feels as though it's like bro beef, and it's like it's not that at all, bro. Like we're just so close, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like that's how we play off camera. Like it's like, you know what I mean? We play like so competitive and so physical because like we're all three dogs. You know what I mean? We don't want to. Nobody wants to lose. So it's just, you know what I mean? That's just what it is, bro. We're just brothers going at it, and if anybody watching this knows, like, when you have a brother or you and your little or older brother, like when you guys go at it, it's just a different type of battles that you get into with anybody else. You know what I mean? So that's like what it is with me, Will, and Castro. We're just so close that it just brings out the best of us. You know what I mean? In every aspect of basketball.
Hey, even being there, it felt real. I didn't really know the history too much with you guys until you told me in that first 1v1. But I was like, man, this definitely feels real. Like, it definitely feels like they don't fuck with each other.
They said they're like the two possums in Ice Age.
But it's like because we're so close, it's just like nobody wants to have that one up on each other. You know what I mean? Like it's not like me playing, you know what I mean? Like anybody else on Next Chapter, like everybody's cool, but it's just like we're on the phone all the time. We talk to each other, you know what I mean? Like he comes up and visits, you know what I mean? We go to his hometown, he goes to my hometown, so it's like it's just a little more personal of having that like one up on my brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
these games, like, they get filmed every like 2 months, and there's not a high chance that you get a rematch next season. So it's like,
yeah, exactly.
if you take an L, you're gonna have to like sit on that L for like half a year or a year, unless you set that up on the side. So it's like, having that one up right now is definitely it's a big trolling point when you see
Nah,
Diesel.
for
Diesel,
sure.
everybody. Let's talk about Diesel real quick. This man
Damn, I
Diesel.
look like a zebra from Madagascar? That's crazy.
This man Diesel. So I only got to see him play one time in the past. Wasn't very impressed with Diesel's game. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing him play in season 7 turned me up. He made me a believer. I didn't know he was as he's. I would say like he's a great basketball player, but he's so valuable at so many things that you don't think he's about to go do. And then going into season 8 was absolutely unbelievable as
Bro, Diesel, when we first got to season 7, we all went to the park, like just to like get some hooping in. I'm like, bro, Diesel, why is Diesel here? When we were playing King of the Court, and like literally, this is like, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? When we were playing, I didn't see anything, bro. I'm looking at him and I'm like, bro, why is this guy here? And then after season 7, it's like I want to draft him, like top 3.
Yeah. Pontos one time we were hooping, he was like, Diesel's the X Factor. He's an X Factor in every game he plays in just because he's always going to go harder than everybody else. And I think the more we say that, the more he's like, nah, I got to keep going hard. So I think we've labeled it like that now. So we're always going to get the best out of him. But I wasn't necessarily surprised with Diesel because I've been hooping with him for a little bit longer than everybody's seen him. But I'm very happy that he did what he did on the platform. I can't really speak too much on what happened next, but I think everyone's going to be super excited.
I definitely feel like he comes into every game like with a chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Like he has something to prove. So yeah. I feel like we're always getting Diesel's best shot in these seasons.
Yeah, I mean it's like first off, we got to see Diesel play with the Twins. There's got to be a 3-on-3. I saw that.
Who wants to play that?
Oh man.
Hell, if you had to choose 2 guys with the next chapter, say it.
Frigga and Nate. Frigga and Nate or Frigga and Cam?
Okay.
I like that.
Belt to ass.
I like Kel and Cam in that one because we always bring up like who would play the Twins 2v2, who would play the Twins and Diesel 3v3. And everyone's always like, no, I'm not playing. I don't want to get hurt. But like, there's very few people, maybe a handful of next chapter guys that are like, yeah, we'll play the Twins. I would definitely love to play the Twins for sure.
I would love to play
them. Yeah.
Because I play better when people like turn me up, and I feel like the Twins' energy, I'm all about that for sure, especially on the court.
Quan said it's Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Oh, he said
Alvin and the Chipmunks. Quan, relax, Wesley Snipes. Chill.
Oh, shit. Quan's been asking to get back on here. He said he got something to prove.
Shit, he does. He got something to prove. He got his ass whooped.
What? It was 21.
Beat him.
21. It was me and Rob versus him and his partner 2v2, and we belt to ass.
Yeah, that was the game that Rob had like 17 points and didn't miss a shot.
I saw that YouTube short before. That thing has like 15.
No,
I think he had like 12. He had like 12, and I had like 9. It was like Rob went for like 12 straight, and I went for like 9 straight, like literally back to back.
Scotty said that wasn't a YouTube short. That was the video. Should we bring Cam in here?
Yeah, let's get Cam.